This season dedicated to the memory of Joseph and Bernard Ganc, brother and grandfather, forever with us on the hunt. Have you ever dreamt of doing something that would call for you to step outside your comfort zone? Do you have the courage inside to accept that challenge? As an outdoorsman, every time we embark on a new adventure, our character, our will, our determination, and our drive are challenged. Follow as we attempt to define ourselves as hunters, outdoorsmen, and friends on this epic adventure. The harvest, that's the bonus. If it were always that easy, there would be no challenge, there would be no drive, there would be no will to get up and do it again. We are wild about hunting. Are you? This segment brought to you by De Jesus Family Chiropractic, improving lives with chiropractic. All right, well, what a season we've had here at Wild Bout Hunting. And this entire episode, we're going to devote to recapping some pretty awesome hunts that not only myself, but all the team members have had in this journey for the first season of Wild Bout Hunting. And we're going back to Ohio. I got 1 day left. Let's see if I can get it done. All right, so let's take a look back at episode 1 and the very first hunt that we had of the season. Man, I'll tell you what, that was an awesome hunt, and I really enjoyed the whole entire time. It was all on my own. I wish I would have had somebody sitting in the stand, either in the ground blind to experience that deer at 8 yards, or just being in that muddy tree stand with me that evening when all those deer came into that field. But it was awesome to have, you know, David and my niece Alana and Wally and Kevin tagging along to help do the recovery. So what an awesome hunt that was. But let's go to the second week, and with the second week, boy, we got a great bow fishing trip that I was on with Donald from Daniel's Taxidermy, and then our good old man and buddy Jimmy Sharp put a big doe down in PA, and we had a little fun with that. All right, so what are we going bow fishing for? Well, here in Pennsylvania, the only things we can really bow fish for are catfish and carp. But we did put fish in the boat. You know, thankfully for Dan, we did put fish in the boat.
Oh boy. Everybody duck.
Uh-oh. My bad.
Nice. Nice caddy.
Oh,
Right on the ball.
Look at that.
Yes, deer coming from the left.
deer coming from the left.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing that?
You know what? I don't.
Let's pull the cue card up. Jimmy, make sure your camera equipment is ready. All right, well, hey, this next hunt that we went on, I was heading up to New York to do the opening day of rifle hunt with some good friends, Daryl Chipleski and Louis Teeter, up at our property right next to Beaver Meadow State Forest. And man, what another great weekend. Right there. Well, lo and behold, I started hearing movement coming towards me. And again, those trees between me and the deer pretty much hid that deer, which actually helped me as well because it hid me from the deer. And I just focused that camera down to where I heard it, and I started seeing that deer appear coming towards me.
DeJesus Family Chiropractic offers exceptional dental care for all individuals, from the youngest newborn to the most fragile senior citizen. Chiropractic is for the benefit of all individuals for health, wellness, and the enjoyment of life, with less pain, more mobility, and adding vitality to your years. Choose chiropractic as part of a healthy lifestyle. DeJesus Family Chiropractic, improving lives, chiropractic.
Serious hunters demand superior performance within their gear. Success in the field hinges on your ability to adapt to his environment. The tools employed for these adaptations define you. Out here, our reputation is what defines us. Muddy Outdoors. Serious gear for serious hunters.
Bison is American, like backyard tailgates and touchdowns. Heading out on opening weekend and bagging that giant 12-point. Taking a weekend to get off the grid. No cell phone, no emails, just the great outdoors. That's the Bison spirit. If you're looking for gear that works as hard as you do, Bison coolers are made to last in the United States of America. BisonCoolers.com.
Hi, I'm Jeff Foxworthy here to tell you about an exciting new product called the Buck Cage. The Buck Cage provides a quick and easy, no-mess solution for scent dispersal. Simply add half an ounce of your preferred scent and insert the dispenser. Within minutes, the polymer beads go to work absorbing the scent and are ready to dispense it for weeks at your favorite hunting location. The Buck Cage is Redneck approved and ready to help you cage your next buck. Get your Buck Cage and refill packs at buckcage.com.
This segment brought to you by Deer Track Design. From custom decals to state-of-the-art printing, no order's too small. If you can dream it, we can print it. All right, well, this next episode from episode 4, team member Wally Boyle, well, let me tell you, it was his first buck, and what a hunt. You're going to enjoy this one.
Well, folks, there you have it. As you saw, it took a little while for me to make sure that he was a legal buck. I could see at least 4 points. I finally got him to turn to be able to see that he has 2 brown tines. So from here it looks like he's a 6-pointer. We're giving him some time to lay and get our stuff together here in the blind.
Well, let me tell you, Wally Boyle got it done right there. A nice PA 6-pointer. He laid the smack down on that deer. No track job necessary there, Wally. Good job, man. That's the way to get it done. Make it sweet and easy and get that deer back out to the butcher. Good job, buddy. We're proud of you. All right, well, hey, episode 5, real special episode for me. I got to sit over the shoulder of my brother, team member David Gantz, and man, we had a blast on our farm. Just like always, just like good old times. And we, let me tell you something. This is a special hunt for a lot of reasons.
All right, so right now we've got 3 deer out in the field. They are feeding toward us, and we know that we're going to get an opportunity to get a shot at one of these deer. So we're going to let them keep feeding in, and we're going to see what happens after this. Dennis and I are talking back and forth, trying to make sure he's on the deer that I'm trying to shoot, and it was back and forth for, I'm going to say, probably a good 5 minutes till we got everything to come together on these shots. I had a hard time. I had no rest for the gun. Everything was off freehand. We finally got the big doe out in front of us. Dennis had it on film. I had it in the scope. I took the shot, and she dropped right in her tracks. It was pretty intense. It was only a doe, but it was a good feeling. We got everything on film. First thing I did is I called my daughter, got her on the phone. She was thrilled. It was a good feeling. Like I said, it was only a doe, but meant a lot to us. Everything came together. It was exciting. It was very exciting.
Boy, I'll tell you what an exciting hunt. One of the most exciting hunts that I've had the chance to film myself personally. And David did a heck of a job. I think we ranged that deer at 113 yards after he took that shot, and that was freehand with my grandfather's good old 30-06. That baby, when that barks, you better watch out if it's on whoever's on the end of that, because that rifle definitely does not miss. And David's holding it true to its testament. My grandfather's put a lot of deer on the walls with that, and as well as our brother Joe, and we know both of those guys were sitting right by us when we took that one home. Episode 6, man, I'll tell you, biggest deer of the season for the Wild Bout hunting team, and it was Kevin Tarapchak. Man, he laid down a monster.
Got my gun up and waited for the open shot. Bam! Put a good shot on him, and instantly I knew I hit him.
1, 2, 3, 4 for sure, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points, maybe 12. What a deer.
Now, was that a buck or was that a buck? Great job, Kevin. Awesome shot.
DeJesus Family Chiropractic offers exceptional dental care for all individuals, from the youngest newborn to the most fragile senior citizen. Chiropractic is for the benefit of all individuals for health, wellness, and the enjoyment of life, with less pain, more mobility, and adding vitality to your years. Choose chiropractic as part of the healthy lifestyle. DeJesus Family Chiropractic, improving lives, chiropractic.
It's here, the most innovative field dressing kit ever, developed by Raptor Razor. Its huge ergonomically designed hook on the Mako cuts quick with precision. The big game skinner cuts through the toughest of places, saves you time in the field. Each kit comes with multiple blades, completely interchangeable. It's like no other knife made. For the full line of accessories, go to our website, www.raptorrazor.com. That's www.raptorrazor.com.
I block the wind, the cold. I block the rain, noise, and smells. I block the voice in your head that says, go home. Scent blocker.
I am Jeff Foxworthy here to tell you about an exciting new product called the Buck Cage. The Buck Cage provides a quick and easy, no-mess solution for scent dispersal. Simply add half an ounce of your preferred scent and insert the dispenser. Within minutes, the polymer beads go to work absorbing the scent and are ready to dispense it for weeks at your favorite hunting location. The Buck Cage is redneck approved and ready to help you cage your next buck. Get your buck cage and refill packs at buckcage.com.
This segment brought to you by Nightstar Munitions, family owned and operated, located at 318 Yorktown Drive, Hazleton, Pennsylvania.
Day 8. It's Friday morning, November 6th. It's raining like crazy on us, but we only have 2 days left to get it done. So we made the decision to come out here, try and protect the equipment as best we can. It's the opening day of pheasant season here in Ohio, so there's going to be guys out hunting pheasants. We saw a truckload of guys at the parking spot this morning, so hopefully they're going to get these deer up and running and moving. Maybe we'll have a chance at a doe or a nice buck. So it's wet. We're just going to be as safe as we can and sit it out as long as we can here, and say our prayers that what we're enduring this morning is going to pay off for us. So that's all we can do. We're doing everything we can. We're working hard, trying hard. We're even out here in the worst of weather, so hopefully he's watching over us and he rewards us for our hard work and what we're enduring. It's 8:30. I haven't seen a deer. We're wet. Deer's wet. We're cold. This rain is just beating us up. It just really hasn't let up at all. It's supposed to be done around 9 o'clock, but it's not looking that way right now. There's a chance of some thunderstorms even up to noon, so not sure how much longer we can stay out here in the weather just with the equipment itself. We gotta make sure it gets dried out and can work for the rest of the hunt. So we did a little rattling. That didn't spark anything. The boys are still down in the fields hunting pheasants. We're hearing them shooting still. And that really hasn't mistered up any deer our way. I don't know.
I'll tell you, this has been such a hard hunt to be on here in Ohio. I never expected it to be as hard as it is. I've heard a lot of great things about Ohio, and it's lived up to it. I mean, there's definitely big deer here. I've talked to a lot of people in passing and at the hotel and at the laundromat, and we met some folks from Pennsylvania who've been hunting, who've gotten chances at big buck, but everybody's been having a struggle because of the hot temperatures.
My cameraman Andrew and I, we just discussed what we need to do, or what we think we need to do as a plan for this evening and for tomorrow. We're gonna come back and we're gonna hunt this same spot this evening. We just think this rain and the small game hunters might have the deer a little messed up. They're gonna want to come to food, so this ridge might get some activity maybe this afternoon into the evening. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna rattle and hang out, and most of the guys are probably gonna be done hunting by midday anyway. They're gonna have these pheasants shot up pretty good. We're still gonna walk this ridge out when we leave here, and if we find that the sign looks good a little bit deeper back in there, we'll find a tree and we'll mark it, and then we'll sit here tonight, and then once we're done here, if we don't do any good, we'll get down, we'll get our gear down, we're gonna take this tree stand set off of this tree, and we'll move it in the dark out to wherever we find out there, if we find a good spot, and we'll hunt that all day tomorrow. So that's the best plan we can come up with. We hate like heck to leave this piece of property, because this is just loaded with sign scrapes and rubs, and
This segment brought to you by Paul's Auto Center, providing Emergency roadside assistance and towing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, serving the Hazleton area for over 30 years.
All right, so it is a final day in Ohio, and Andrew and I are pretty much beat. We are hoping that we can close the deal here and get this done. A disappointing morning, not a single deer moved for us, and we sat and we didn't stick it out too long. We sat till about 9:30, quarter to 10. We looked at each other, and it's like, it's down to the crunch here now, down to the wire. We've got to take these stands. We've got to move them. We're going to get back over to that cut cornfield that we sat on the last 2 nights on the ground, and there is a spot that we saw on the map where it's in between a water hole and where these deer have been coming out, and we need to get back in there and scout it out and be as aggressive as we can. We're down, final inning, home stretch, last seconds of the hunt here, folks. We got to get it done. We're moving again. Let's see what happens.
It's not even sure what time it is here. 25 after 1. We got about 4 hours, or probably about 4.5 hours to sit. We are back over this cut cornfield that we sat on 2 nights in a row. The first night we sat way down to the left where some farmers told us they saw a big 10-pointer. We put the ground blind up. We didn't see anything. As we were getting out of the ground blind, there was a doe just coming into the field 20 yards to our right. So we came back the next evening. We moved down this direction a little bit more and tucked back in the woods, made a natural blind. We didn't see anything when we came out. As we were walking across the field, there were deer running all into this high grass out in front of me from the cornfield. I don't know how many, but there were deer. So this is our final sit of the whole entire trip. We decided we're going to pull all the tree stands. We're going to come back. We're going to get in here. There's a pond, probably only about 100, 150 yards just over that direction. And we wanted to get in between the field and the pond and try and cut these deer off and get to them early. We walked into this bottom corner. It is tore up in here. I have never seen an area as ripped up from a buck as this is. I mean, there are groups of trees, little saplings, snapped down to nothing. There are, everywhere you look, there's rubs in here. It's like a freeway. Like, it looks like Los Angeles with all the freeways going on here. It's unbelievable.
This was it. This was all the hard work, the travel, the research, the training, the practice, preparation was coming down to this last 30 minutes. We probably had about maybe 15 minutes of daylight left at this point.
The shot was low. Clean miss. Nothing. Little haircut. Well, I sat in that stand tonight. And I asked 2 people to just send a deer my way. Not so much for me to shoot it, but so that we could put something on film It's been such a long and tough hunt. That was my grandfather and my brother. My brother Joe. They've been gone way too long. A lot of good hunting memories with those guys. But you guys sent them my way. I know I didn't make a good shot, but thank you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. That's what wildlife hunting's about. It's not about the kill. It's about the whole entire experience. And I can't be more thankful. This deer will live another day. He'll get bigger. And I'll be back to Ohio again another time. But I'm going home with a lot of memories. And there's plenty of hunting to do.
Wild Bout Huntin' is also proud to partner with these fine sponsors.